Hello, my students. In our lesson 3, relative positions of two lines in the plane, we have on page 30, activity F is talking about perpendicular lines to the same line. So, how is perpendicular lines to the same line? Think and answer. Observe the adjacent figure. Here I have this figure and I have a questions down. Complete with the symbols perpendicular and parallel. D1 and D. You have to look at D1. At the line D1. Is it parallel or perpendicular to D? If it's a teacher parallel, you have to write the sign of parallel. And if it's make a right angle like this one, that means they are perpendicular. So you have to write here the perpendicular symbol. And also for D2 and D, D2 and D, D1 and D2, they are parallel or perpendicular. After solving this page, let's move to the main point. Here, yeah, teacher, I have two lines that are parallel to the same line, two lines that are perpendicular to the same line are parallel. For example, if I have D1 and D2, these are two lines perpendicular to the line D. Two lines perpendicular to the same line اللي هو D. I give it to you. That's make D1 and D2 parallel. So it's a rule. When you see two lines perpendicular to the same line, that means these two lines are parallel. So D1 and D2 are parallel since D1 perpendicular to D and D2 perpendicular to D. That's make D1 and D2 parallel. Clear? Now in practice page 31. It's a homework, teacher. You have to read it one by one and solve it very well. Observe the adjacent figure. Locate the point A. I want to locate the point A. Where? On D. I want to place it on D. So that MI and MA are equal. So first I want to know, ya teacher, the measure of MI. فإذا I measure, ya teacher, MI using my ruler. I measure MI and then, ya teacher, it will be, for example, in here on the screen 4. It's different to your book. It's a 3 on my screen. So I want to write or locate the point A 3 centimeter on D2. أكيد from the point M. So we locate up or down بس علشان تكون on the line D. We can make it here, down or up, ya teacher, A. So this is A. I make it down. This is A. I make it MI equal MA because, ya teacher, MI is 3 centimeter and MA is 3 centimeter. So first one, I make it. Second one, draw the line L1 passes through I and perpendicular to D1. So we have, ya teacher, to draw from point perpendicular to a line. We need a set square to draw the perpendicular line. So I draw the perpendicular line L1 from I. So I fix it on the line D1 using your set square, put it on the point I like that and make, a teacher, a perpendicular line. So put your set square on the point I exactly on the line D1. Make the perpendicular line L1. So I make the perpendicular line passing through the point I make it taller, ya teacher. Yes. And don't forget to write the name of it, which is L1. So put the name of the line L1 here. Yes. L1, it's a perpendicular line passing through the point I on the line D1. Okay? Now, yeah, teacher, draw L1, I draw it. I write the name of the line. Passes through I, it's passed through I. And perpendicular to D1, it's perpendicular to D1. The question is, why are the lines D2 and L1 parallel? Why D2 and L1 parallel? Yes, yeah, teacher. What I have to write here? Why they are parallel, yeah, teacher? Yes, excellent. Because two perpendicular lines are parallel to the same line. There are, because D2 and L1 are perpendicular to the same line, are two perpendicular lines to the same line. Because the rule said, yeah, teacher, when we have two perpendicular lines to the same line are parallel. And D2 L1 are two perpendicular lines to the same line. So for that, a teacher, they are parallel. Clear? So you have to write, because D2 and L1 are two perpendicular lines to the same line, so they are parallel. Clear, yeah, teacher? So two lines perpendicular to the same line are parallel. Draw the line L2. Kaman, the same, repeat the same steps. Passes through A and perpendicular to D2. And also, here you have to answer why L2 and D1 are parallel. Very good. In the fourth one, the two lines L1 and L2 intersect at R. So when you draw the line L2 and L1 here, they intersect in point R. Verify, and tell me that L1 and L2 are perpendicular and MI equal IR equal RA equal AM. أكيد يا teacher, when you draw the figure, all the lines and we put the point, you know, ya teacher, why they are equal. And what is the nature of the quadrilateral MIRA? When you draw, your teacher, here I have I, M, A, and here the point R. So what do we call this quadrilateral? يعني رح نوصل على رسمة يا سكوير يا ريكتانجل يا تريانجل يا لوزوج يا أي شيء. بدك تقولي what is the nature of this quadrilateral? Is a square, is a rectangle, is a triangle, and so on. So your teacher, you have to make page 31 and think and answer on page 30 as a homework for next Tuesday. Goodbye, my students. See you soon, inshallah.